Hello, and I'm Colleen Rickenbacher, and welcome to the wedding edition of A Moment of Etiquette. There's a lot of things that come that are involved, and as you can see right now, I'm surrounded by beautiful, beautiful wedding dresses. So this is one of the very first things that you must do, or should do, as soon as that wonderful date is announced that you've become engaged. So it's very important that you go select one of these wedding dresses or a wedding dress of your choice. And sometimes you get very lucky that on the first time that you go out, you might select the wedding dress of your dreams. And if so, then obviously the alterations must be made. And before that special day, you might have to go back a couple times to get some extra alterations. Also, if you have additional people, people that are going to be in your wedding, then you have to go select their dresses also. And for the lucky gentleman, you need to select what they're going to be wearing. If they're going to have different, if they're going to be in their, their selection, then also get those men to go and decide what they're going to be wearing. Again, they need to go up until even the week of the wedding to get their alterations and the time that they're going to be picking them up. Very important. And the accessories that need to be selected, the shoes, the bow ties, or whatever they're going to have. And for the ladies, their accessories, what type of jewelry they're going to be wearing. Is it all going to be the same, or are they going to be selecting what they may wear with that? Some of the other things that need to be considered, some of the key things, are your invitations. What are you going to be selecting for that? Is it going to be a decision that you're going to be making? Is anybody else from the family going to be also helping you with that? The way that you address the invitations is also very important. Just some of the key things that you need to remember. When you're addressing them, if you're going to keep them, which is the very formal way, which is still part of the protocol, always include the middle initials in the name. It should still be addressed with Mr. and Mrs. using the middle initial of the man's name. If you are the married couple, then it'd be Mr. and Mrs. John P. Smith. If it is a married couple, then their name can appear in one line. And keep in mind, if it's doctors and they're both doctors, there's a lot of protocol that's involved with all that. Please check all that before those invitations go out. Another thing is, too, if you are going to go with a more formal, then they should be handwritten, and if it is going to be using a calligrapher, check pricing on that, because it can get very costly. If you have nice handwriting, then you can use your own form of addressing. There's so many ways now with electrical devices that you can use that, and your envelopes can be that. Again, with stamps, there's, now that you can get your own stamps, you can have pictures, you can have different ways of doing it. Also check the proper way to include them in envelopes. There is a format of doing that. When you go to get your invitations, then check the way that the proper way to insert them in the envelopes that there are. And there are enclosures, and again, you can do them in the way and the proper way that they are. The second thing I would like to tell you about is registering. When you go to put your name in a registry with the way that you would like gifts, then it's nice too, as a guest, to go to that wedding. You should actually use the registry if people have gone and used the time. You don't have to use registry, but you should. To the brides out there, make sure that when you are registered that you use several different stores and a variety of prices. Just do not use high-end for registry, because then you're telling your guests, I only want things that start maybe at $75 or $100 or $200 or $300. Use a wide variety, because maybe all of your guests that are attending your wedding can't start at $100. Give them very low-end pricing that they can feel very comfortable in buying your gifts. Rehearsal dinners. Rehearsal dinners, as a protocol, is usually paid by the groom or the groom's family. Again, it's just a protocol, but at least give them first dibs if they would like to do that. And it's also nice when you are doing that, it doesn't always have to be, but you might want to send out invitations for the rehearsal dinners, particularly for out-of-town guests, so they know where it's located and they can put this in so they can arrive, if they're out-of-town guests, arrive a little bit early for that. Again, thank you for attending this nice, beautiful wedding that's coming up, and A Moment of Etiquette.